Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCrafts.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator working in Scotland. Right, I've come on today because I've been having a wee play. Oh, there's a wee poem. I've come on today because I've been having a wee play. Well, anyway, something like that. So, I thought I would just actually film some of this process that I've been going through to see if you want to share it and share an idea. Now, where I started from here is I received this box as a swap. Now, I'm not entirely sure who gave it to me. I think it's my friend Heather Forgan from Stampin' with Nellie. I haven't checked with her if it was her. It had two sweeties in it. Where have the sweeties gone? Oh, they're in another box here, I think. It's a no glue box, and I just thought I'd try and make one myself. So I basically have copied this completely. I make no bones about that. I'm not, you know, it's not an original thinker. But what I thought I would do is actually start a wee series, pushing myself out of my comfort zone and doing a 3D Thursday. What do you think? I'm mostly a card maker, as you've people who follow me have been seeing, I do lots of cards. My Stampin' Up! Manager is the opposite to me. She's mostly a 3D person, you know, a crafter who makes boxes, notebooks and other sort of 3D items. And when it comes to doing cards, she's actually freaked out by them. But she's been pushing herself out of her comfort zone, and she's been making some absolutely gorgeous cards. She doesn't have a whole lot of confidence in herself about it, but her cards are great. So once Karen videos some of these cards, please go and support her. She's Corrie Paper Crafts. I will share her videos once she puts it out there. She showed me a card today and it's absolutely fab, and she's kind of inspired me maybe to kind of shy away from showing you 3D items on the video. So I've been playing about, and as I say, for the moment when you're learning something new, it's perfectly okay to copy what someone else is doing. Just admit it, just say it out there. I'm copying you, Heather. And I've no doubt Heather probably pinched the idea from somebody else. But basically it's a no glue box and it's really clever. Okay, so this is, it folds down flat, there you go. So when I opened it up, the wee folds go like that. Then you just tuck in the flaps, and the final flap there, which has been rounded off, fits in perfectly, and you just slot it in there. And as I say, when I untied it and opened it up, there were two little sweeties in it. So if it wasn't you, Heather, and if you're the person watching who gave me this box, please let me know, and I will tag you from in the description box below so that other people can see your amazing work. Okay, so here's where I started, a wee box, and I have copied the measurements. So I went on from there, so that's that one I've taken apart. I went on from there and I made one myself, and I used Call Me Clover, and I used some of the new paper from the Spring Summer catalogue, and have I brought my Spring Summer catalogue because I can't remember the name of this paper. If any of my Stampin' Up! Colleagues are watching this particular paper reminds me of you, Halsey. Helen Slim, if you're watching this, it reminds me of you, and if you can get back to me and see if you can remember the event and why that reminds me of you. Which paper it is. It's in the Spring Summer catalogue, and it is the lovely papers from Happiness Blooms Designer Series paper. You will be seeing more of that. I did use some of this when I did my cycling cards, the female one. I used that one with the sort of white daisy on it. So on this one I used this one with just the green leaves. Sort of like horse chestnut leaves. on there. Lovely. And in that box, I haven't embellished this in any way. This is just exactly how I made it. Thing is, I can't remember where the top is. Ooh, ooh, ooh. See, is that good? Can't see it. There we go. Comes out. And I put some of our lovely gold clips in there. So another wee idea for you if she's giving a gift to another crafter. Just a few of our embellishments in, making amazing. I wish I'd known how to make these wee boxes when my children were young. Because I've not shut that properly, I'll just put it to the side. Because this morning I actually did put some glue in here. I made this one up, put some glue in and made it into a dice. How cool is that? Okay, so just been playing, all the things you can do. So that those boxes were all made with cardstock, so I thought, wonder if I can do it with some just designer series paper. And so I've taken a sheet of paper from this set, from the annual catalogue, and it's the Share What You Love Speciality Designer Series paper. This is a fantastic set. This actually has 24 double-sided sheets in it, and they're fantastic quality. They're really, you can hear that. I'll be playing my, what is that called, that in Australian music? I've forgotten what that's called. It's not the didgeridoo, it's the other. It's like a big metal sheet that they, wait a minute, does anyone know what that is? Please tell me what that is. So what I thought was I would cut a piece and we'll have a go and see if we can do this. So just do it without having to stick these squares on, because these ones, what I did was stick a 1 3/8 square on there, and I'm using 1.5 squares over the whole thing. That's my basic measurement, and because I've copied it straight from, I think it was Heather's box. So I actually need a piece that is 6.5 inches. Or 6.5 inches on the trimmer is the tricky measurement. Now I usually use centimetres when I'm doing cards, but when I'm doing 3D items I use inches, and I'll tell you why. Because my scoreboard is in inches and I haven't bought the centimetre part for it yet. So you need a piece of paper which is 6.5 inches by 4.5 inches. So there we go. Put my trimmer away and get my scoreboard out. And on the long side, I'm going to score this at 1.5, 3, 4.5, and 6. And I'm going to turn it round to the short side and score it at 1.5 and 3. So you notice, because quite often I do cards with you on the video and I just wing it, but because boxes and 3D items are a bit out of my comfort zone, I have practiced this first. So yeah, I've got all my scores in there. So now I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to just score this. I'm not that great at blogging, but I'm sure you'll want the measurements of this, so I will try and write up a blog and put that on jazzledazzlecrafts.com with the and I'll pop this process video on there too. If I haven't done that and you want the measurements from me, please just message me on here in the comments down below, and that'll prompt me to get it done for you. So there you go. I've done the scoring. So then the next part I'm going to do is find my scissors. That would be the good thing, wouldn't it? Here's my snips. So it's not easy for you to see, but see the flappy bit here? The thin flap. I'm going to cut away. These bits. The 2 rectangles at the side. I love this paper, it's pearlised. Because Stampin' Up been having their 30th anniversary, which is Pearl. So we got this beautiful set of pearlised paper, and it is beautiful. I don't know what these wee flowers are. They're like very small hydrangeas, but I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to cut on this square at the end. Just going to cut on the line to there, and round the other side cut on the line to there, and then I'm going to cut up the way, and I'm going to cut about 2/3 of that flap away, and the same on this side, about 2/3 away. Might have done a bit too much, that might be a bit or a quarter, so I think I might just need to, I think that's okay. So then I need my corner rounder, which is on this bit, so I'm going to round. Now to be able to do this, to get it in there, I have to fold the flap in, and I'm putting it in here. Trying to keep it where you can see. Around the corner of the wee tab, that's the wee tab that tucks in and holds the whole thing together. So then again, into here and down. Whoops, if you don't have this, that's better, I think actually. I'm going to trim that just a wee bit because I don't think that'll fit in properly. I'm going to pop that back in. I don't think I got that as good as it could be. That's better. That should tuck in. And then I'm just going to miter off the corners of these flaps. And then just one little wee more process. So that's them mitered off a wee bit. And then, actually, that's annoying my eye now. It doesn't matter a dot, but I'm going to actually cut it to look much the same as the one on the other side. And then now I've cut it smaller than that too. Oh gosh. It's like one of those haircuts that my mum used to give my brother. She kept trying to even it up, and then it got shorter and shorter. Anyway, so then I need my ruler and my ball tool. And from the corner to corner, but I'm missing out the middle square. I'm just going from corner to corner, and I'm going to take the smaller ball and just mark the diagonal across the square, not the middle square, and then this square here. And then do the same on the other side. Take your ruler corner to corner, so it should just go through the corners of each square. So there we go. And from where it's kind of hard to see, and you probably can't see very well on the video, but that slipped a wee bit, but we'll get that. That's okay. Then you just coax those folds with your thumbs. So you're making a valley fold there. As I say, I'm not accustomed to doing that many 3D. I'm really pushing myself out of my comfort zone to show you. So I really want to try and do some kind of box or something along those lines. Gift packaging each Thursday. Right, so there you go. I'm folding this in. And of course I've done that the wrong way, haven't I? I'm folding it in. See, I told you I was out my comfort zone. So I need to make the flap for it to tuck in. So you're coaxing it to do it. And once you've done it a few times, it will actually do it. But just use your fingers to kind of ease it in like that. I'm just going to take the two sweeties that were in mine. They're probably not edible anymore. I've had it for quite a long time. I'm sure it was Heather gave me it. I think when we've got together with some girls for a cake and coffee group we have. Just squash that in. There we go. That's that. Look, how clever is that? It's just like, that's just great. But I had some of Nature's Twine lying about somewhere. Why is it things disappear? Heather had that tied up with this Baker's Twine, the crumb cake one, but I had a bit of the grapefruit grove out to go with this and it's disappeared. Oh, it was my last piece as well. Here it is on the floor. I just had the length of it, left the grapefruit grove one, and I thought, right, I'll just use that on this wee project because it goes quite nicely with this. So I'm just tie it in a wee knot. And actually, you know, a little bow, and that's all that's needed here. And it's just a wee gift. You could put sentiment or something on it. I'm just going to trim that off there. So what do you think? I'll close these up again and let you see all the wee boxes. So they're 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. What's that in centimetres? It's about 4 centimetres, but in fact, yeah, it's almost 4 centimetres cubed. So, and then we'll do up the one that I originally received. So they're really quite handy because if you needed to do a lot of them for favours or something, you could keep them, store them flat until you're ready. These ones, as I say, it's a 1 3/8 square of designer series papers stuck onto the one square, and you don't need to stick one on the bottom. But then I've done one completely out of designer series paper, and that's really quite nice. This one ties up again with a bit of the crumb cake Baker's Twine, and this is Nature's Poem paper that I think Heather used on this. Please somebody let me know. And then I did use a little bit of glue on the flaps on this one and created a dice for my grandchildren to play with. So that should be a bit of fun. Wish I'd known how to do that when my kids were wee and they kept losing things. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me. Let me know if you think a wee 3D series would be something that you're interested in. There's no point in me doing it if no one's interested, but there's a little idea for you. Please subscribe using the button below, and please press the bell icon so that you'll get to see, you'll know when the next 3D projects are coming out. Thank you very much. See you soon.